If it comes off demonic, that's what we are.
One thing is for sure, Satan sells. No matter how you slice it, it's not the heavy metal bands like Black Sabbath and Kiss that are losing money in the current record industry depression. In fact, some new groups seem to be picking up that satanic smell of success and following along in its path.
The Lords of the New Church can be taken obviously a variety of ways in terms of the title and what it might imply and what their name is. First of all, I question how many of these bands truly have a satanic motive, you know, and I think that what goes on with anything is that once the issue is brought up, people tend to try to look for those things, and they'll try to place it, and they'll say, aha, I see that that's implying some sort of a religious or satanic overtone.
I think that within the rock music field, you've got people who really are into the occult and into Satan. And then you've got some who probably are playing games. But no matter how you cut it, they're propagating Satan. They're propagating the demonic line, the occultic world. And I think it's a devastating thing on our culture.
I don't think there's anything too evil about it. I don't want to, you know, grow up and be some devil worshiper because I've only believed in music all of my life.
As far as any message from Satan or the forces of evil are concerned, it's funny. I find it very amusing.
Is this a ridiculous notion, or is Satan rampant in rock? To some, the answer is obvious. Skull-headed monsters and demon-like figures are probably the most blatant. Then there is the upside-down cross, depicting a mockery of Jesus Christ. There is, of course, the sign of Satan. And there is the number 666, also known as the mark of the beast, the symbol belonging to the Antichrist, who, the Bible tells us, is Satan.
It's almost cute. It's almost in to be satanic. And I think that speaks of the culture abandoning its Christian roots.
But in May of 1982, teenagers of a congregation in Topeka, Kansas, destroyed thousands of dollars worth of records and tapes, which they felt contained the message of Satan. The Christian Concern sheds light on a more secular aspect of music listening. It's what you don't hear. Government investigation has found subliminal messages on certain albums when played in reverse. A bill now before Congress would require warning labels on those records containing backward masking.
And that way, young people that don't want this kind of material, whether it's political messages that Reagan is a great guy or whether it has anything to do with Satan or Charlie Chan, they're not going to have to listen to it. Parents who go out to buy their kids the teeny boppers record albums during the Christmas period, they will see the warning label.
What I've done here is queued up this song. It's called Fire on High from the ELO Face the Music album. Yeah. And I wouldn't have known about it. I mean, I've played this record a million times, and I've heard that, you know what tape sounds like when it's running backwards. I've heard that there's something in here backwards, but I've never felt moved to put it on tape and run it backwards and see what it says. Well, it's real easy, this particular record, to just take your hand and go like this, and we'll hear what it says.
The music is reversible, but time. Turn back. Turn back.
See?
The music is reversible, but time.
Turn back. Turn back.
What does that mean?
I think it's a gimmick. I mean, it's not, it doesn't seem too diabolical to me. I think it's just a gimmick.
Gimmick? Maybe. Let's take a closer look at what some bands are really doing. You're listening to the #1 requested song of the last 10 years, a familiar song. Some believe it deserves a warning label. Why? Listen to the song backwards. It's called Stairway to Heaven.
I think just the very fact that this has gotten some attention may cause record groups to say, hey, rather than get hassled by the feds, Let's do all this rotten satanic stuff forward.
People say it's Satanism. You can say we're a religion because when you have 5,000 kids all believing in this band, that is a religion.
It is Satan carrying us further and further and further all the time. It's, you know, it's selling your soul.
Nobody's going to stop us. We're going straight to the top. We're red hot.
I've discovered a new way to test if record will be hit or miss. I play record for typical American parent. If they like it, it's a miss. If they hate it, it's a hit. Now I play new electro record. Shout at the Devil by Motley Crue. Looks like we got big hit on our hands.
Get Shout at the Devil by Motley Crue. We know it's a hit. We've got technology on our side.
This is MTV Music News. Motley Crue has just finished work on a brand new Motley video. We were there and spoke to the band about it.
Looks That Kill, Motley Crue's new video, is staged in a futuristic heavy metal city, and MTV was there for the making of the clip. Group members Nikki Sixx and Vince Neil explain the concept.
It could be a city of the past, a city of the future. And what it is we are like the survivors of it, maybe a Holocaust, nuclear war, whatever. And there are these women who are running wild, and we're like the warriors here. And what happens is there is one woman who is like the goddess, the equivalent of us. And together, we all have the looks to kill.
Sixx elaborated on the message the group is trying to make through their music.
Everybody, us, and our audience, who we feel is the same, we have so much aggression in us. We're so young, and we have so much, you know, power, energy in us. And instead of us going out and robbing liquor stores and beating up old ladies, we play rock and roll. And that's why we want the kids to come see us, because we're positive.
For Music Television, this is John Paoli in Los Angeles.
See, for me, instead of going out and robbing liquor stores or beating up old ladies, I work here at MTV, but I guess that's what Motley Crue. That's a pretty wild statement, don't you think, to say it? Well, anyhow, the philosophy behind Motley Crue right there explained to you by the band themselves.